What up, all my fight fans? So, in recent news, you have Turkish Al Sheikh pretty much saying that he agrees to the terms for a Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. Now, that is something very, very interesting, guys, because I know, of course, there's been a lot of talk regarding Jake Paul and his opponents, but that's something you cannot knock away from him this time. Sure, Tyron Woodley, Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, all MMA fighters, not necessarily boxers. You got Tyson, Tommy Fury and Julio Cesar Chavez, not necessarily great boxers in their prime, where now you got Anthony Joshua, former heavyweight champion of the world, former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I believe he's an Olympic gold medalist, and I believe he's young, and I believe he's still in his prime. So that is something that we would really, that's something that for Jake Paul to do is very, very impressive. You got to give him his respect. You got to give him his props. 100%, because to do that from all the other opponents he has faced, yeah, you can give him a little bit of criticism for his opponents, but this one you really can't. I'm sure there's other people who are going to say that, oh, well, Anthony Joshua is not in his prime anymore. Anthony Joshua has been knocked out a few times. Yeah, Anthony Joshua has been knocked out by actual pro fighters, actual heavyweight champions. Anthony Joshua has been stopped by other great fighters and great champions. We can't necessarily call Jake Paul that just yet. We cannot. But Jake Paul is willing to step in the ring with Anthony Joshua, willing to put his career on the line, willing to put his record on the line, willing to put everything on the line by taking a chance, by showing everybody like, hey, I'm willing to put everything against me, all odds against me. So to prove to everybody that he is a legit boxer, that he is no longer a YouTuber, he's a legit boxer. So that is something that you really got to give Jake Paul credit for. I give him credit for 100%. Because, I am a little bit of a fan of Jake Paul's and his boxing career because he has brought some excitement to the boxing world. Where you have all these other fighters who are not necessarily wanting to fight each other, but I give him credit for wanting to go and take a risk. But I know he's called out Canelo and I know he's done all this Gervonta Davis stuff. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree to any of those things, but I do agree to the fact that he is willing to step into the ring with Anthony Joshua. But also stepping in the ring, talking about stepping in the ring, he stepped in the ring and went face to face with Usyk, who just beat Daniel Dubois this past Saturday night. That's something that's also another great fight for Jake Paul. Not necessarily for Usyk and not necessarily for Anthony Joshua, but for Jake Paul to go in there and go face to face and wanting to go against Olympic gold medalist and the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and the guy that's pretty much been stopping everybody, knocking everybody out and showing how great he is. That's another impressive act for Jake Paul to do. That's another impressive fight for Jake Paul to really want to try to commit to. He sounds like he's somebody that really wants to do it, and I really hope it does happen. Because even if he doesn't win and he gets knocked out, you can't step away from the fact that he actually took a chance. That's my personal opinion, guys, but I'd like to hear yours on regarding Jake Paul taking on Anthony Joshua, regarding Jake Paul going face to face with Alexander Usyk. Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.